Welcome to my living room.
Hi, everybody. Hi, St. Louis. It's nice to be here.
You're repping the Blues, I see. You got your shirt on.
Yeah, I'm repping the Blues.
Do we have any Blues fans here?
They're all sad because they lost last night.
Oh, sports. I'm so sorry. I obviously don't keep up with it. But
I'll be wearing my Cardinals jersey tomorrow. And for those of you who are Cardinals fans, I turned 51 this year, so my friends and I who are from St. Louis, we call it our McGee year because Willie McGee was number 51. So anyway, there you go.
I believe you. Are we supposed to say go Cards? Is that what we say there?
Sure.
Okay, go Cards. Mikaela, have you ever been to St. Louis before?
I have not.
You have
No,
not?
this
Do you
is
have
my
any
first
big
time.
plans, things you want to do while you're here?
I want to see Sean's mom. Great.
Perfect. Are you going to dinner?
I want to go visit her, and gooey butter cake is what I want to
Yeah,
try.
there you go.
Gooey butter cake. Tell me of this gooey butter cake, Sean. What is this? Is this a St. Louis delicacy?
Anyone out here want to explain it? It's a St. Louis dessert. It is very sweet. It is kind of like, you would describe it almost like as a lemon tart without the lemon, but it's so, it is actually gooey. It's got like a center that is viscous, but it's really tasty. And my mother makes the best in the world, which I think everyone has to say that about their mother, but in my case, it's true.
I would not say that about my mother at all.
Well,
So, so is that why you're going to visit?
That's not why I'm visiting her. No, I wish it was. But no, I make it for James every year for the past, I think 17 birthdays.
Oh my
I've
God.
made him gooey butter cake.
That's
That's
so
right.
sweet.
But I sent it to him from St. Louis, and I forget what the place was to where he was
Yeah.
at this year.
I'm
I
so
don't remember
intrigued.
either.
I've never heard a dessert described as viscous before, so that's interesting. Before we get into audience questions, I have a couple questions of my own. So I love process, I love acting, I love the journey and an origin story. So tell us a little bit about what led you each to performing, to acting. How'd you end up there?
For me, I really always wanted to be an actor. I'm one of those people who, from the time I was old enough to know what a profession was, I said I want to be an actor, and I wanted to do it as my job, and to figure out how to do that. I grew up here in St. Louis, and there didn't always seem to be a lot of access to going to Hollywood or wherever and making movies. But I was pretty determined to do it. I'm the youngest of six, and I think when I was younger, I really liked being the center of attention, which was part of it. That evolved over the years. I don't think that I act anymore because I like attention. It's more because I like losing myself into characters that I play. But for me, I just started. I started doing plays in high school here at St. Louis U High, and I did plays at Ursuline and Narings and just loved it. And I always knew, that I felt more comfortable being on stage than anywhere in the world. And so then when I was getting ready to graduate high school, I auditioned for some theater programs and ended up going to the Goodman School of Drama at DePaul in Chicago, and learning just a conservatory program and learning the craft for 4 years. And it's kind of been baby steps for me. I started doing commercials in Chicago, moved out to LA after doing a couple of really small, low budget movies, and started doing a television show here or there, little spots on TV shows. Did a couple of shows where I was a recurring character that didn't last very long. And then I landed on Gilmore Girls, which was the big break for me. And so anyway, it was been a very slow journey, but I love it. I identify as an actor as much as as much a part of me as anything. I think of it as a vocation, almost as much as a job. So I love doing it. I'm very grateful that I've had the ability to do it and at least some amount of success, and I hope I do it forever.
We hope so too. What about you,
Thank
Mikaela?
I've been doing it since I was 5. I've been putting on plays with my friends, and I did theater in high school. I can never remember a time where it's not what I wanted to do. And actually, funny enough, I see the two ghost face here. It's making me so happy, by the way. It's like, so when I saw Scream for the first time, this is such a weird, bizarre story, but I had debilitating OCD growing up, and I was really in my head, really unhappy. And the first time I saw Scream was the first time that I was out of my own head and out of my own compulsions. I was completely engrossed in that film, and that's what introduced me to the horror genre, which I just absolutely love. Somehow I got into superhero movies, but I really wanted to do scary movies, and I moved to Los Angeles. I went to Loyola Marymount University for theater, and just did shows after that, and movies, and lots of recurring guest stars on sitcoms and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't remember a time where it's what I didn't want to do.
I love that. I love that you have a warm fuzzy when you see Ghostface too.
Oh,
That's very endearing.
I've never seen that in the audience before, so this is like I'm fangirling so hard right now. It's so cool. Thank you guys.
I'm frightened.
I'm loving it.
It's a range of emotions up here. I'm both at the same time. So I know you've both done motion capture, performance capture work. As performers, what kind of challenges do you face when you do that type of work rather than your traditional on-camera acting? What's rewarding about it? Kind of what sticks out to you about doing motion capture and performance capture?
Oh, it's my favorite thing in the world. I got a taste of it with Floor, and what I really loved about it is I didn't have to worry about the way my makeup looked, how lighting was hitting me, how I looked at all. I just completely immersed myself into this character and into being a bunny rabbit who, had faced a lot of hardships. And for One Piece, it's the same thing. Is you completely get to be this character and not think about anything else but that. There's no technical aspect with One Piece of having to, like I said, hit your mark or be in this light, or, it's just, you're completely that character, and I love it so much. It's so rewarding to me.
Yeah, I like it too. It's cool to be able to do different things as a performer, and the way I always kind of look at it is that the actor's job is to find the truth of a character, no matter what the project is, or no matter how that's happening. It's your toolkit that's different from role to role. If I'm playing myself on camera, I can use my own voice and do that. Then I have a different set of tools that I can use to create the truth of this character. But if it's Rocket, that's different, or certainly the Weasel. I can't even speak when I play the Weasel. I can only grunt and squawk and growl, and I still have to tell his story. So I still have to convey the truth of the Weasel and who he is, as crazy as that can be. But I have a narrower set of tools to use that. But the job is still more the same than it is different, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. All right, shall we switch to some audience questions? Would you guys like to start lining up with all your burning questions? Don't everybody go at once.
I'll go first.
All right.
There you go.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Miles. And my question is, you guys have both done work with Marvel and DC. I read the comic books, and I'm seeing a lot of crossover. Do you guys think there'll ever be a crossover between the Marvel and DC universe in the movies?
Oh gosh, I honestly, I have no idea. Look, my guess is as good as yours. Okay, so neither one of us has any idea, but I wouldn't be surprised if they put it together at some point. If there's an audience for it and there's money to be made, generally they find a way of things happening. I think that nowadays too, even though they both have a lot on their plate, the fact that my brother James is running the DCU, and that he's like such good friends with Kevin Feige and the people who are running Marvel, probably makes it in some ways more likely that it could happen down the road. But honestly, who knows? It's a lot of moving parts. It'd be hard to put it together, but I would never say never.
Thank you for your question. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Barry. Sorry.
He's tall.
So actually, this question's it's for you, Sean. Enjoyed most of the almost everything you've been in.
What didn't you enjoy? No, I'm sorry.
Probably some of the things I haven't seen yet, which is why. So my question really is that when your brother lands something, is there a part of you that goes, "Please God, don't call me for this because I don't want to have anything to do with it"?
Generally not. We.
Humanzy.
Oh God, that was terrible. There have been things he asked me to do that, in retrospect, I didn't enjoy. But for the most part, when James is working on a project, it doesn't. We never want. He wouldn't want, and I wouldn't want to just be shoehorned into something, So we tend to talk about it. Sometimes there've been some projects where there's a couple things he thinks I might be right for, and I read it and we talk about it. And more recently, he kind of has me in mind for stuff often when he's writing, and then we talk about the character, and we try to just see if it's a good fit. And so we work together when we can. If I'm right to do it, and we think that I'm the right person for the job, we do it. And if not, we don't. That's why I'm not in everything that he does, and I have other jobs that I do that are separate from James. But for the most part, his projects are a lot of fun to work on. And when things are well written, it's the best. It's the best job in the world. And he's a really good writer. So usually, if it's his project, I want to do it if I can.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Kaz. This was purely sparked just by the conversation earlier at Gooey Buttercake.
Oh, nice.
I'm a longtime St. Louis resident, and I have my own personal answer to this, but what's the best store-bought Gooey Buttercake?
Oh gosh, I'm the wrong member of my family to ask this question.
He's not. You don't. You like it, but you're not obsessed.
I
with
don't
it,
want
like-
this crowd to turn on me.
Oh, sorry.
Mikaela.
Picking his words.
Sorry.
My family's crazy about Gooey Buttercake. I like it okay. It's a little sweet for me sometimes. But what I understand, it's wait, what do you think it is?
My favorite is Helfers.
Okay.
There's one that I just ordered from,
Yeah. Did
but I forget the name.
My
Gold Belly delivered it, but I
my
forget.
brother Patrick has one?
Yeah. I think that's where
Is
I
it
ordered
the-
from.
Is there like a Straubs or something? Straubs.
I think
Is that
is
it? I think that's what I've heard is maybe the best one. But I'll let the
We're open to
crowd decide, yeah.
suggestions.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Becca. This is a little bit geared more towards Mikaela, but Sean, if it correlates to you at all, you're more than welcome to answer. So I'm a huge horror fan, so I got really excited when you said that. But if there was any either already existing horror character or a type of horror character that you would want to play, what would you want to and why?
Oh my god.
That could be possession or what have you. I don't know.
My dream is to be in the Scream franchise.
Yeah.
You could put me in as an extra and I'll be happy. So I mean,
Not really sure.
yeah. I'd say the Scream franchise. It's hard for me because anything Wes Craven, I would have said, Nightmare on Elm Street, even People Under the Stairs, anything Wes Craven, I would have done anything to be a part of. I think those guys, those two brothers who did, what's that new horror, not new horror film, but, where they get possessed, they hold, what is it called?
Stranger Things?
No. It's not Hereditary. It's an A24 movie. Why am I forgetting
I know what
the
you're
name? It's
talking
two
about.
Australian brothers. But what they're doing right now is, Talk to Me.
Yes.
Oh, with the hand.
That would be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
to be
really,
in,
really
in
good
something that they do would. I have a million things. Candyman. I'd say Candyman actually. The new Candyman, I was really impressed
Careful
with.
how many times you say that.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, that's such a good question. Thank you. I'll think about that tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Me too. Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Andrea. This is for Sean. So it's a Gilmore Girls question. Did you have a favorite job or role that you played when you were Kirk? Because he had so many.
The answer I've been going with, I've gotten that question a lot over the years. And the answer I've been going with is that making the films by Kirk is the best. And also, I'm a filmmaker in my real life too. So yeah, making movies, that's the most fun. And running the theater, is kind of I think the most fun thing. But that was one of the beauty of that character is I got to do so many different things, even though I played the same character. And it was my favorite. My favorite thing about the job was when a new episode would be coming, and I would get that envelope on my doorstep, and I'd be like, I'm doing something in here, and I don't know what it is yet. And then I would get to open the script and read it and see what nonsense Kirk was getting himself involved in that week.
Sweet. Thank you.
Sean was the first celebrity I met in LA on. So I got cast in a short called Humanzy.
Yeah.
With James. I went and this was what 17 years ago.
Yeah, longer,
Holy
I think,
maybe,
right?
Oh my God,
Maybe.
the age is us. But I auditioned for James
that's not
for this short, and I didn't know who James was or anything, and they cast me in it, and I got to set, which was James's house at the time. We did it in his living room, and Sean walked in, and I was like, oh my God, what? This is the because I was from Washington, and it was so cool, and now he's one of my dearest friends.
Now, I don't know if you remember this, but I was also at your audition for that.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
no,
I
it's
must have
okay.
been very nervous. That's crazy. What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time.
A long time. Wow.
Yeah.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Rob. I got a question for Sean. Out of all the characters you ever played, what's your favorite character?
Again, it's so hard. I like to say whatever one I'm doing now is always my favorite. It's like I really love playing Maxwell Lord, which I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. I'm just like dipping my toe in that
He's
water.
so good at it too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God.
Just like I'm in Superman for 2 seconds, and then got a little really really fun little scene in Peacemaker. But we'll be seeing more of that character, and I love playing him. So right now, that's what I focus on. I don't think a lot in terms of I don't put my characters in competition with one another. So it's hard to pick a favorite. But I am gonna call one more out, which is I adore G.I. Robot in the Creature Commandos TV show. I love that show, and I think I can really get behind a character that hates fascists, and so I'm here for it.
Good question. Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Hi there. What's your name?
My name is Brian. I loved you both in The Helpful Bus, by the way. I think that is
Thank
just
you.
God.
a really funny,
My finest
fun
work.
show. Yes,
Jason. Yeah.
absolutely love it. Look it up, guys. Helpful Bus.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
Look it
call
up if
what
you're
it's
of a
really
certain
called.
age. You can look it up.
Helpful Bus. Anyway, my question is, if you were to go into battle, what kind of pasta would you use for a weapon and why?
Yep.
Ravioli.
I've never gotten that question. I'll tell you that.
Ravioli.
I figured it beats, what are some pranks that you guys did or something?
I hate that question. I'm glad you didn't ask that one. I think if you're going to take pasta into battle, it's got to be delicious, right? Because even the ones that you're like, oh, I'm going to use a corkscrew pasta or something, because it's still not dangerous. It's still pasta. So the only way you're going to vanquish your enemy by using pasta is if it's particularly delicious pasta. So I'm going to go with just a strong angel hair with a nice, just a nice simple tomato sauce, just beautiful and delicious.
Don't you guys have toasted ravioli here?
We do,
Then
we
I
do.
would go for the toasted.
Yeah,
Because
those
it's a little sharper, right? Around the edge, maybe, if you toast it long enough.
It definitely would do more damage than boiled, yeah.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
overcook it too if you
And
needed
it's
to,
thick.
and
I
then
think-
project it. It could
I
use it
think
as a
Like a
toasted
ninja star, yeah.
ravioli.
It was really. Let's
That
do a
might
whole
be my
panel on this.
best
Yeah, no,
Side
let's
by
switch.
side.
I think this is great. I'm surprised you both went with cooked pasta. That's exciting.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Great question. Fascinating. Hi there. What's your
Hi,
name?
My name is Susan, and this is for both of you. Have you ever
Hi.
have you ever run across a story or a book that you've taken to James and said, "We have to do this"?
I have not.
It's been a long time. First of all, James doesn't like having anyone else be the one to come up with his
No,
ideas.
that
He
would
likes
not be.
he likes having his own ideas
So
for
true.
stuff. I do remember. You know what's funny? I do remember years ago, about 12 years ago, that I was talking to him one time, and I told him, I was like, dude, I really think you would do an amazing job making the Roald Dahl story, the BFG. And I was trying to convince him that that would be a really cool project. And then, like, not 3 months later, it came out that Spielberg was making that movie. And he did make it, and it kind of came and went without much fanfare. It is one time when I remember. But nowadays, I wouldn't. First of all, he's got his hands full with all the DCU
Right.
stuff. I'd be more likely to try to make something myself, I think, if I found something I really thought was a good idea.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Deo, and I have a question for Mikaela. Have you seen the original One Piece anime? And if you have, do you prefer it over the live action, or do you like the live action better?
Let's stick with the most neutral answer here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that we do.
I love
I
that.
love them both, and I think it's the most amazing franchise, and I am so incredibly grateful to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Does that work?
You can't choose kids, you know. They're both great.
Yeah, yeah.
Both incredible.
They're not in competition,
No,
right?
they're not. They're totally.
they're both
so
good,
different.
everybody wins.
Yes,
Yeah,
agreed.
Everything's great. Hi, Ghostface. Would you like to say your name or?
I love you. Just thought it.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Do you need a translator, or would you like to speak into the mic?
Sorry, my
Okay.
name's Ethan. I'm just wondering, are there any like funny actors who've enhanced the film or your guys' own, say, acting, just made it overall better?
You mean actors that we've worked with during the process?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I would say Rooker is always a good time. Michael Rooker is always so fun. Working
I was going
with
to say
him.
the opposite. I was going to say I don't want to work. He's the only
Never
actor
again.
that I hate working with. No,
Never
Rooker's
again.
great.
Rooker's great. I mean, working with James every time is the best because he's just incredible and funny and magnetic and charismatic and.
And James does a lot of there's not much ad-libbing on any of James' movies. Every now and then he lets you go a little bit if the scene's already done. But most of the ad-libbing is his own. It's not really ad-libbing. It's his own. James will have his own script, but then he'll also have a separate script of alternate lines that he's written that he'll then feed you from the director's chair. That you can do after you get the scene, in addition to what is already on film. So it's like they're fresh enough to be spontaneous because the actors don't know them beforehand. So they feel like ad libs, but they're still actually written by the writer who's there, which is pretty interesting. But as far as funny actors, like that's what all actors do
Yeah,
is
they're
try
all
to
so
enhance
funny, yeah.
one another. It's like the idea that acting is reacting is very, very true. That when you're in a scene, if you feel lost or you feel like you don't know what to do in a scene, you just play off your partner and you look to them for guidance in a scene. And so they're all really good at that. I mean, Chris and Zoe, just to use Guardians as an example, Chris and Zoe and Dave are really good at that. And I know that Cena's a great improviser and person to work off of. So if you're doing your job right, everybody should have some sort of skill with keeping things funny and good.
Beck Bennett was really funny too during Superman. He was very, very funny. Skylar's funny. I mean, they all are. Rachel's funny. They're all pretty funny.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good question.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ghostface. Hi, what's your
Sorry,
name?
I had
Hello again.
follow up. Yeah, So first thing, the fact that guy's question wasn't, do you like scary movies,
I
blows my
know,
mind.
what?
I know. It was right there for him.
It was. The second part, and again, for you, Sean, who do you feel is the strongest Guardian of the Galaxy, and why is the correct answer Kraglin?
I don't know if it is Kraglin. He's pretty powerful now with that yak arrow, but he's also the newest to his power. Who is I think I think technically Gamora is probably the most powerful. What do you think?
I would agree with that.
I think
Gamora's
Gamora
very
is probably
strong.
the most powerful of the original Guardians, but I don't know. I'd have to ask my brother about that one.
All right, thank you.
Certainly has a strong personality.
I would choose Rocket.
I was going to ask who yours was going to be. Yeah.
I just would choose Rocket because he's my favorite.
Perfect.
But he's vulnerable to getting killed. He just has the smarts to build.
I mean, that's a
anything.
skill too, you know?
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is August, and I was wondering, what is your favorite restaurant in St. Louis?
Oh gosh. It's been so long since I've lived here. You know, like I'm from here and I come back every year and visit my mom, but it's been so long since I've actually lived here. I mean, is Emo's a restaurant? Or is it just a purveyor of crack pizza?
I think it's both.
So I guess I have to say Emo's.
That's a strong answer.
She's just visiting for the first time. Yeah.
We'll feed you some Emo's pizza, Mikaela. Don't worry about it.
Hi, my name is Mercedes, and I was just wondering, this is for the both of you, how did you prepare for the role in Guardians of the Galaxy with such a heartbreaking scene?
For this stuff, for the
Yes.
Floor and
Yes.
Rocket
Yeah.
stuff,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I prepare the same way I prepare for any character. Like I didn't, it's like I've been doing it a long time, so I have a whole process of learning my lines and figuring out where I am in a scene and what's going on with the character. But it was really hard to do those scenes because of like they were emotionally tricky. And the scene where Lila and Rocket, where she comes back and says it's your story, and he sees that was the one time in my career I couldn't keep it together when we were filming that scene. I was I was just a wreck, because you get to really love and know the character over the course of like a decade of playing him and doing 3 movies, and well, for Rocket it was 6 movies for me, and so it took a lot of focus and concentration, but I really prepared the way, you know the character's story and how he's feeling, and put yourself in the place, and hopefully your training and years of experience don't let you down, and you get there.
When I got the audition for it, I called James and I said, "Are you sure this is for me?" Because the breakdown was that Floor had a very mechanical, deep voice and was very guarded. And I said, "Are you sure this is for me?" And he said, "Yeah, I just want casting to hear your voice because I think you have such a great voice. You're not going to get it, but just make sure you audition for it so that they hear your voice." So I took a completely I played it how I would play her and the way I interpreted her, and I interpreted her as, even though she had been through all of this horrible stuff, she still was so kind-hearted and still loved so much, and everything was new to her and beautiful to her. So it was a completely different breakdown of the way the character was given to me. And then when I ended up booking it for the stuff where I'll get so emotional, but where I say Rocket Floor Teefs go now, and I scream that over and over, my dog had been going through some health problems at the time. She's okay now. But I remember saying that, thinking of my dog, and crying, and you can hear my voice cracking in there, and I am really crying. So every time, I mean, it's so hard for me to watch that movie because every time I cry because I know that pain and the way that I felt, and it was like screaming for my dog to make it through and to live, which my dog's like the inspiration for all these little characters, for all of it. For Chopper, it's my dog. For Floor, it's my dog. So yeah.
And Mikaela's so good in that scene, and it was
thank you.
intense to film those scenes, and it was great that we were able to all do it together, and we're doing that motion capture together. But that it's almost like an alarm. That rocket teeth floor, go now, rocket teeth floor, go now. While we're like scrambling, it's like it gives me chills thinking about it. Honestly.
Yeah, I will admit I watched that scene behind my eyes, crying. Yeah, it's very hard. Thank you for that question. Hi, welcome back.
So I wanted to ask both of you, what are your thoughts on Hatsune Miku?
Are you familiar with Hatsune Miku?
My thoughts are those are words I'm just hearing for the first
Good.
time.
Yeah, brand new words. Mm-hmm.
Those are a series of words.
Okay.
What is it? What is it?
So basically, Hatsune Miku is a digital character designed for the Vocaloid software, which is a digital instrument basically, but you basically it's to make songs with voices.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll look into it. Thank you.
We'll put it on the to-do list. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's IT, and I just wanted to know if you could be any other character but your own, who would you be?
Any other character from
In Guardians?
Yes.
Do you have one?
I mean, probably Rocket. I love Rocket.
Oh yeah, there you go. I love that.
Rocket.
That's great. I don't know. It's so hard because it's like I'd be like I'd love to be Drax, but I mean I don't think this may surprise you, but I don't get a lot of offers for characters like Drax.
Definitely.
But just when it comes to trying to deliver the lines and make it funny and stuff like that, it would be Drax.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if there was an animated show, I would love to
suspension of belief,
play
you
Drax.
know.
I could do that.
It's your dream, whatever you want.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Bill, and Guardians of the Galaxy, One Piece, and all of this celebrating fandom. Another part of fandom for a lot of people is playing video games. Are there video games that you guys like to play, or do you even play video games?
I do not know, but I know I shouldn't say that.
Oh,
I
no.
do.
No,
I play
you
them all the
can't.
time.
No, I said oh no because I don't either, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
no, I
no, we
don't
can't
play
help.
them. I
We
know,
can't help you.
I'm
I bet on
sorry.
sports.
What about phone games?
I've
Do you play
never
phone
really,
games?
I've never really been a gamer. I've always had friends who are gamers, and I'll pick it up and try it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's cool. I get it. I get why it's interesting, but it doesn't hold me.
Yeah, it
you
doesn't
know?
speak to
Yeah.
me.
But
I'd
that's
love to
again
be
my
in one.
brother. James is the a lot of times, because James and I work together, we do interviews together. Our lives are intertwined in a lot of ways, and so a lot of times people think of me as like a miniature version of, or a subset of him, or a different kind of version of him, even though he's the one who knows all the comic books and he plays video games, he knows all that stuff, and I don't know anything about hardly
But he
about
knows everything
other
about
than what I
sports.
learned from him. Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't know anything about sports.
Yes,
You're a well-balanced
exactly.
trivia team. That's important.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Ty. So this is for Sean. So Peacemaker season 2. I don't
Yeah.
want to give out any spoilers in case everybody hasn't watched all season 2.
Did you watch it?
Yeah,
It's
I just
cool,
watched
right?
the season
I
finale
can-
last night.
I can say it's good. I won't say anything
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
So have you talked with your brother James about including GI Robot prior to season 2? And if not, what do you think GI Robot's involvement would have been in the Earth 2?
Wouldn't have been great if he had showed up. I talked to James about it briefly. Only because I've been going to conventions and people keep saying man, I hope GI Robot shows up at the end of Peacemaker, because they want to see him, whoop some Nazi ass. Excuse my language. but they're Nazis, so we can whoop their ass. We talked about it because a lot of people had brought it up, but sadly, G.I. Robot does not show up. I don't know when we're going to see. I know that we're doing a season 2 of Creature Commandos, and so we'll definitely see G.I. there. I don't know about his involvement in anything else in the DCU, but I would love to see him somewhere. I'd love to see him live action too. That would be cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I think that will be our last question. So everyone give it up for Sean Gunn, Mikaela Hoover. We are going to take a stage selfie now. So if you all come toward the stage, not on the stage, up to the edge, and kind of crowd in here. Perfect.